Today I'm going to be discussing my experience of painting utensils shoved in a drawer. Today I want to talk about something that's at the heart of my painting experience. Painting isn't about knowing all the rules. It's about truly seeing. When I approach a subject, whether it's a person, an object, or a landscape, my goal is to honestly observe it. This willingness to just witness what's in front of me without overthinking is where I realize that my personal style truly emerges. It's about painting what's here, not what I think I know is here. Now let's talk about my absolute favorite tool in Infinite Painter, which is the good old oil. They act almost like a transparent gloss that blends seamlessly with other colors without becoming diluted or sinking into the canvas. Instead, the paint rests on top, maintaining its vibrancy and allowing for this rich layered effect. Just like real oil paint, a lighter touch with the brush allows for fun times of blending. You can create subtle transitions and entirely new colors right at the edges of your existing strokes, which, by the way, is a constant journey of discovery in itself. Let me walk you through how I applied this process to a recent painting of my kitchen utensils drawer. I love painting objects from my home that evoke a certain feeling. So opening that drawer and seeing the jumble of utensils lit by my 90s Whirlpool stovetop hood seemed like a perfect challenging subject. It may not have been glamorous to some, but to me, it really spoke to me. I love my old stove. It's so cool, and I cook with it every day. Even though I thought it would be incredibly difficult, I resisted the urge to plan everything out and simply observed the reflections, the shapes, and the light. It's surprising how textures and materials like metal or plastic seem to emerge on their own. It's almost like I'm painting the feeling of the object rather than just its form. When it comes to light, layers, and forms, my approach is actually fairly straightforward, even with complex subjects. Decoding lights and shadow is an ongoing learning curve, but I've noticed that light is often directional, especially in reflective surfaces. I focus on where the majority of the light falls, understanding that the closer objects appear brighter and sharper, while those further back or underneath are darker and less defined. When it comes to layers, I generally prefer to work on a single layer. For the utensils, however, I did use 2 layers, starting with the foreground objects to ensure they were prominent before building up the background. This is the first time I've ever painted this painting. This is the first time I've ever painted utensils, especially stacked, one object on top another. So I honestly may even repaint this one to see if a different layering approach works better. That is the beauty of digital art. You can create a layer, erase, delete, repeat. For the shapes and forms, I naturally start by blocking in layered blobs. Then I gradually refine those blobs. It's a natural evolution from a freestyle beginning to a more intentional finish. Whether it's a physical object, an image, or even an idea in mind, a reference is always used. As an artist, I often use a photo reference directly within Infinite Painter for my palette, which ensures that I'm true to the colors I'm observing. Plus, the blending creates new colors just like mixing physical paints. Every painting presents its challenges, but I've found a way to push through. My biggest hurdle is always the thought, I can't do this. How am I going to get through this? So instead of planning extensively, I've learned to just go for it and try first and then figure out how to make it work. This does build confidence, and you will find that it is easier and easier to press through those challenging points. I've also noticed that if my work feels too stiff, I might try blending out some of the edges or be a bit freer with the detail work. Like I said, digital painting is incredibly flexible, so if you don't like something, you can always undo it and work on different layers. For me, the key is honesty. So if I'm over detailed, I'm not afraid to pull back and just simplify everything. Finally, if you're interested in painting, just give it a try. You'll make it work, and you'll be surprised at what you can create. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time.